These are cassava leaves. We're eating them today. We pick them from the field and grind them up. Then we cook them and add bicarbonate of soda. My children don't like them, but that's all we have, so they don't have a choice about eating them. When I have had nothing to eat, I get very hungry, and then I can't produce milk for my baby. So he just keeps crying and crying.
I really need food. I would have the energy to work in the field if I had enough food.
We work our little bit of land as hard as we can, but we don't produce much because we don't have any inputs. And when we manage to buy them, they are not enough. It's true. I do piecework for other people because we don't have enough food. But if I had enough farming inputs, things would be better.
My children don't go to school. I don't have money to send them. When I think of just how hungry they are, it's hard for me to prepare them for school when they don't even have energy to go. I can't do that.
On the 1st of August 2005, Professor Jeffrey Sachs and his team met with the President of Malawi, Bingu Mutharika, to discuss what would be needed to achieve the Millennium Development Goals in this poor landlocked country of almost 13 million people. Malawi was facing a potentially catastrophic food shortage in the months ahead. Failed rains and inadequate fertilizer meant that last season's harvest met only 1/2 of the national food requirements. All thoughts of longer-term development were sidelined by the need to prepare for the crisis that would lie ahead.
When food is scarce, I just have one meal a day. The children and I go to bed hungry. What else can we do?
The Millennium Project team visited the village of Mwandama in southern Malawi to discuss the establishment of a new Millennium Village. When the team met with the community, it was clear that the community's first priority was food. The people of Mwandama are farmers. They have grown maize for generations. They knew exactly what they needed, and it wasn't food aid.
I have enough land. If I could cultivate it, the land would feed me and my children throughout the year. But on my own, there's not much I can do without seeds and fertilizers. My children and I will just continue to go hungry.
This is the story of how practical steps were taken by impoverished communities with the support of the government, the UN, and the Millennium Project partners to avert hunger and malnutrition for more than 65,000 people living in rural Malawi. With the rainy season now rapidly approaching, the project was able to mobilize the necessary funds and political support to obtain enough fertilizer and seed for all 1,000 farms in Mwandama and another 10,000 farms in the surrounding villages.
What is so special with the distribution of inputs that is taking place here today in Mandama is that the households are getting enough inputs recommended for their portion of land. They are getting 10 kilograms hybrid seed. They are also getting 50 kilograms of fertilizer, which is the Basel 1, 2321, and 50 kilograms of urea as a top dressing fertilizer.
Another 2,000 farmers received inputs in central and northern districts of Malawi. In return, all the farmers agreed to contribute 2 bags each to a grain bank, which will be used for a school meal program and as a food reserve for the most vulnerable in the community. With guidance and encouragement from the local extension workers, the Mwandama farmers quickly prepared their land and were ready to plant the improved seeds and apply the fertilizers soon after the rains came in November.
The change that I can see is that I'll harvest more. Yes, I'm still poor, but I have peace in my heart because of what I can see. I may still be struggling for now, but I know my labor will be fruitful. So deep inside, my family and I, we are filled with happiness.
You can tell the size of an unborn baby by the kicks it makes, and it's the same with maize. You can tell what type of yield we will get from the way the maize looks in the field. We have maize with huge stalks, so I know we are going to have a bumper harvest.
As the rainy season progressed, Mwandama was getting greener and greener. But despite the prospect of an excellent harvest, the household stocks of food were depleted. The hunger was worsening, and poverty was taking its toll on the poorest.
My baby died yesterday. I took him to a private clinic in Tondwe. While I was there, they took his blood sample. They didn't tell me what was wrong with him. They just asked me if I had 130 kwacha. I said no and gave them 60 kwacha. They told me they would have given me better medicine if I had had the full amount. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to work hard despite losing my baby, up until the day the Lord calls me. I'm still strong and I will work hard. I'm not going to give up.
The harvest in Mwandama began in May 2006 and was the highest anyone could remember. Instead of the normal 5 or 6 sacks of maize per acre, for the same hard work, farmers were able to harvest more than 50 sacks on average. Some harvested as much as 70 sacks per acre.
I'm so happy that I have enough food this year. Last year, I only harvested 6 bags. This year, I managed 32.
With the harvest we got, I can now cook porridge for the children in the morning. I couldn't do that, but now I can. School attendance has also improved since the harvest. Now all our children go to school every day.
I see such a great change now compared to last year. In the past, I would work and get only 1 bag. However, this year, with the seeds and fertilizers from the project, I managed to harvest 16 bags, and I've been able to give 2 back to the village grain bank.
16.